started?
No, well, I mean, we start when I'm hitting the music now.
I like the foreplay.
Yeah. Don't stop talking, though.
You want to bring in our guest?
Well, can we just let the music for a second?
Yeah. So record everything you do. Because you never know how you can abuse yourself by marketing yourself.
iTunes sucks. Sorry.
What is it? What are you on?
I'm on iTunes. I've just been fucking around with it because it's like
iTunes.
It doesn't let me go. It goes from the last dot over to the left of volume to nothing. That's why it's hard out like that.
Bro, we got Spotify family. You're in the fam. How come we haven't hooked that up?
I don't know because I've got too many logins.
I use iTunes.
Yeah, but we already pay for 4 other. It's like we already have. They're just sitting there.
I already have Apple Music. That other voice was Shay Berman of yourdigitalresource.com.
Yourdigitalresource.com. Digital Resource is the company.
I totally knew it.
Chris Berman's son. Not really. But I'm on your site right now. You don't have a problem branding yourself, it looks like.
I told Jay.
Branding ourselves? No. Where you try to be everywhere.
No, you personally. You're right. You got a slow-mo, tight golf shirt. Like, what's up?
I know. I'm
showing the guns a little bit.
I was saying I still see his face on the retargeting ads. And I'm like, good for him. It's good. Why not just put his...
We need to do that.
If you haven't seen my face yet, I'm happy you are now.
I did retargeting ones that I said... I made it a joke, like to have the creepy face in mine.
The creepy pictures.
And they got taken down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got flagged as inappropriate.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what I get for being hilarious.
They were chilling.
Well, that's the idea. I wanted you to I wanted it to get your eye, but not just because it's me. I just wanted to, because it'd be kind of funny too.
No,
that's more sticking power.
Yeah, I remember. It was good.
We'll do them again. We'll make them less creepy, and then we'll pass them by. But
they love the creepy face.
We've got low self-esteem to kind of market ourselves. But I'm wondering if it sounds like you may not, or looks like you may not have that issue. It's not a bad thing or a good thing. It's just it is.
Thank
you. How do we overcome this?
How do we overcome the non-low self-esteem issue?
Yeah, like the aforementioned watching my own stand-up on video. Like I can't even. I'm like, ugh. Like hear my own voice. I'm like, ugh.
You know, it was like December of last year. My cousin was like, "You gotta do video. You gotta do video." And I hated hearing myself, seeing myself, everything. And he just forced me to do it, Gary Vaynerchuk style. Just said, "You're gonna do video. We're gonna shoot it. You're gonna put it on your Facebook. If you don't want to watch it, great. You're gonna trust me.
Hey, bro. Hey,
we'll put it on.
Hey, bro. Look, I do video. Okay.
Yeah,
That's my Gary V.
Wow. You didn't say fuck once though.
You gotta fucking get in there, and we're not bros, okay? Okay. So I want to own the Jets one day, but I'm not gonna get there if I'm not doing video marketing. Okay, bro? It's not that hard. Yeah. I like his manic energy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's always the same energy no matter what he's saying.
I think he's a wildly interesting guy, and then we'll find out he's been like so crazy for years.
Yeah, he's right up there with that McAfee guy.
Oh, no way. Dude, no one's on that level.
Or the Honduran hookers that pooping into his mouth or whatever it was.
Where's he in right now?
You sit on a ham.
Or Russia?
I think he's in South America or something.
He was in Belize because Belize is very lax on a lot of stuff. And then if you you pay enough people, they can be your militia.
Right.
So he basically had his own army down there, and then he would have girls sit in a hammock. He had like 8 chicks that were all like C minuses.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're all like.
There's all like one
pooping. There's one messed up thing about their look. It'd be like one chick is really hot, and then her teeth are like gnarly.
Right. Missing a big.
Was this on the news, or how did you hear about
this?
this?
This is the guy, the antivirus guy.
He's our friend on Facebook.
I was gonna say, like, you know a lot about him.
No, there's a documentary on Netflix.
Ah, those documentaries.
Yeah.
You have to get around to those.
I love guys like I love watching these kind of documentaries of these guys that are like, he's so successful, so smart, and he's just like, he's 70 and dyeing his hair like blonde tips and shit. God. And then he like girls poop on him from a hammock, and he just sit on there.
It was his thing.
Wow. So that's an interesting one.
That part's normal. Everything else is kind of weird.
Oh.
You know?
I'd agree.
Yeah.
This is a free zone.
Is this what you expected, Shay?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Not at all until I watched all your other podcasts.
I know. I just reached out to somebody. I was like, hey, you want to come on or whatever? And they're like, sure.
We could be on Good Behavior.
Didn't respond. I was like, did you actually watch the show or something?
We could be on Good Behavior. I always say, I tell clients to listen to this because I can't bullshit my way through hours of it. Like,
right.
This is how I'm going to talk when we're
I have
working.
no problem with this. You guys do your thing. I'm here.
We weave in between professional and then dick joke in the same sentence sometimes. So it's kind of like.
I saw dick joke. It was like in the beginning credits. Like it's a podcast with dick jokes.
That's the tagline.
That's kind of the tagline.
Yeah. So I figured this is what I was in for.
Eric wants to work on a tie dick combo. I shouldn't give it on the podcast.
It's already on the website if you ever went to it.
I've gone to it. I got to contribute to it.
Miami Vice style website. I like it.
Yeah, that's all Eric, man.
Yeah. Thanks. No big deal.
That is a big deal. That's a lot of work.
I know.
What? So y'all met where? Craigslist?
So, yes, Shay does digital marketing basically, and his company put on a nice dinner presentation at a very nice steakhouse where he did not try and sell you really on anything. I mean, he was, but like it was nice. It was so refreshing to have somebody not up your ass trying to get something done, you know.
Well, dentists, I guess, get hit up. I didn't realize this until we kind of got in this world, and then especially now, at least I'm more in the dentist community with y'all. Like y'all get hit up so much by digital marketers, by like marketing groups and all these things. Calls like crazy.
I think everybody thinks the dentist is unlimited money.
Well, no, they see it. The super professionals, right, as we call it.
Right.
They are professional service businesses that bring in enough revenue, and they just know generally it's a good profit margin.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good return on investment with dentists. It's a great market to be in because of
and they don't want to do any of it usually. They have the ego to really the branding side, but they don't want to do the marketing part.
Good
or
point.
Can't.
Or can't.
Like they definitely can't.
Their brains don't normally work that well in that area.
Well, we work well with lawyers in the same direction, but they brand wise no, marketing wise no, but they do want to manage in a weird way,
like strategy stuff.
Yeah, they'll challenge you philosophically if the numbers aren't making sense.
They want to talk. They want to put in their input. They want to talk about their strategy. They can be told no in the right way.
No. That's why I do well with. That's why I work well with lawyers because I tell them now because we have enough under a belt, enough experience. I just go challenge me. I want you to. So I'll get in these like huge arguments with people. It's all friendly though. People, if they walk by, they'd think we're heated, but it's like, no, this is how you talk to lawyers.
How you build respect with them. Yeah.
They are building an argument and they're going in this direction. And they want to beat me even if they know they're wrong, or don't know they're 100% right.
That's exact.
Yeah. So and part of it is to see if I'm malleable like that too.
Yes. If you bitch out.
Yeah. Because why would I?
I knew I was wrong.
Why would I
want to
hire someone? Why would I want to hire someone that's not giving me 100% information if they, why are they giving me information if they don't 100% know it?
Why are they telling me what I want to hear?
Right. And I don't do that either. I don't go, you're going to get this amount of money. Like, that's a fool's errand, I think.
Yeah, it makes for awkward meetings.
You'll sign them for sure, but you'll have churn. So.
But they're the good clients, the ones that sign you after that, That's the one you want.
Well, we're
the one that accepts you for who you are.
We're sales and we're account farmers, man, and we want to make relationships long term. It sounds like that kind of is the way y'all go about it as well.
Totally is. We do everything month to month. So like when we bring on a client, we have to be successful. We have to prove ourselves every single month. So making sure we only bring on clients who trust us is number one. And beyond that, not only just trusting us, but are open to giving us positive and negative feedback. We just don't want to be told we're doing great every day. We want to hear what we're doing wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that.
I like the way you phrased that. You got some PR background.
Swag.
Some publicist.
PR swag.
Because the way you said it, we would have said it the other way, I think. We would have been like, what was the last thing you just said? It was, it sounded like a publicist wrote it almost. I like it.
We don't want to just be told what we're doing right.
You're very polished. You're very polished, sir.
I was prepped beforehand.
Yeah. What's it called? It's one of those. So month to month, that's crazy to me because we're going more on the retainer, which we call a subscription or a commitment plan.
Yep.
And that we need, for us to scale, we probably need to do more of those forecast a lot better because the projects are the ones that, go crazy for us. But month to month is interesting. How are you doing that? How is that? Because onboarding people as a client is like a nightmare.
So much time.
Yeah.
So much time.
It's a lot. So do you just kind of have to feel it out? And
We have to feel it out. I do some sales. My sales team does sales as well. And the goal is try not to bring on clients you don't think are going to trust you and give you that feedback that you're looking for, because we can put so much time in the first 30 days and there can be no return for us for 4 months. We have to keep them 3 to 6 months to really make anything. Mm-hmm. And but once a client's with us for 6 months, they don't leave. So I take that risk. I take that gamble, if you want to call it, and I have to trust my people that are selling with me to make sure that they're only bringing on the clients that really make the most sense for us and what we're doing.
So how do you qualify the personality?
They have to,
because we do it, but we don't do it ahead of time. We do the first meeting. And go.
We just look to each other and then put our heads in our shirts and talk back and forth.
I want to create a calculator for the quotes, and I want to put a pain in the ass coefficient score. I mean, I have something now, but it's like a 1 to 10. But I want it collectively done. So it's like I think this person's going to be a 10, and it's going to be a lot more time. So there's a premium on it.
Yep.
You take that score times it by whatever percentage makes sense. Time-wise, now we have time tracking data. We've done our own, because it still might be worth it. They just might be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes the pain in the ass clients, it's not just about their time and what they're doing with you, but the people they can refer you to. The pain in the ass clients love to talk.
Yeah, it's all valuable.
I have clients I've had for 4 years. Back when I was on my couch, it was Shay on the Couch days, just starting Digital Resource.
Yeah, I saw that show.
And they're paying $500 a month for what some people are paying a lot more for now. I'll keep those prices separate right now.
Grandfathered in.
Grandfathered in, for sure. But it's not worth it for us to run it at $500 a month. But those people have referred us so much business over the years. I don't care. I'll keep doing it. There's so much goodwill there that they're spreading it. We're making more money elsewhere.
I admit it, but it's not why we do it, but it is a big benefit. Is we donate a lot. We try to donate like once a quarter to something, or time to like work on something that we're not going to, like nonprofit or charity wise. Yep. We've done it with the Tampa Pig Jig, which is October 20th. If you're local listening to this,
what is that?
It's the Tampa Pig Jig. It's started in my friend's backyard as a barbecue to raise money for my buddy Will that has nephrotic disease, which is a kidney disease. And then it started in my buddy Vince's backyard that I lived at his house. I woke up and there's all these smokers and stuff. So they did like 40 bros. Just
cooking smokers, not like Marlboro 100s.
There was that too, and Busch Lights and Skinner playing.
Probably
and I was
not
like,
good for health-related causes.
Well, yeah, it's a little mixed message. We went over that. At the end of the day, you want to be able to use the kidney.
Right.
So, let's get it as healthy so you can drink.
That doesn't affect the kidney.
Smoke.
It stays in the lungs.
Yeah. So it started 7 years ago in my friend's backyard, and then now it is like a country concert. Oh, not just country. Like we have Deer Tick playing, who's like a pretty chill band. Not country though. And then
they have one of the best music videos I've ever seen. By the way, I'll show you later.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
The Chris Young is the headliner, who apparently is a huge country star. So
he's pretty good.
Is he? I don't know.
We literally don't know.
I love country.
I have dad brain.
Like when is the date again? Because I'll be there.
October 20th. We'll
talk. We'll hook you up.
Yeah, we'll hook you up. Because we donate time as an in-kind sponsor every year. I was like, guys, I saw them. I didn't do it the first couple, and I saw them like struggling to get people over there. I was like, guys, let me help you. This digital side isn't black magic. It can really work. And then by our board, who's a bunch of my friends that just before thought I was fucking around and didn't, like, they still think of me as a comedian or whatever level they want to keep you at. You know how your friends do that? Like,
oh, yeah.
They're like, you're still that dumb asshole from high school. And you're like, yeah, but now I'm an expert in this field.
But I know some things now.
Right. I know a fuckload about programmatic advertising, and it's really advanced. But,
did you see my man purse? I didn't have that in high school.
Right, exactly. They're like, yeah, take your fucking big head and get out of here.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is that corporate social responsibility, as I think it's formally called, is like, it's similar to the $500 client that is going to be a sentinel for you. They're going to be out there. And we always say good work will always beget good work in the digital marketing area.
Positivity spreads no matter what you do.
Yeah.
If you're being positive, you're putting positive let's call them vibes, putting positive vibes out there. It's going to spread to your clients, your partners, your staff, everything to make sure that everything's getting better.
I
totally believe in it.
It's contagious. The guy over in the other room over there, he's been on this podcast, Henry. I met him the first day through another go-to freelancer that uses his office a lot, and I gave her a key, and she's been in here a bunch, Sam, and she told me about this guy Henry, really nice, really positive, and I'm like, I gave him a key the first day he's here because I was like, this guy could be like a good mascot of positivity.
Oh yeah, he's great to have around.
And it's
always
like
brightens my day.
It has made me feel better, if we're hanging out, because he's like trying to get good vibes, or they can go either way.
Even still, if everybody wants to get together and bitch, I feel
Sometimes
better.
we need that too.
Yeah, it's mostly that is what we're doing, but. It's good to get it off your chest.
Yeah. We have to have someone to vent to, and our home life, they don't want it to hear it. So,
so it's here.
We all have angry wives or something. So it's better just to have the sad dad club here.
Tell you what, the dinner with Shay, though, that bought me a few weeks of
dad credit?
Dad credit, just because I was like, see, this is all the stuff I've been doing. Like, if you think I'm just playing on the computer all the time.
So same thing.
It's like,
we were just talking about, like, like your wife doesn't even know that you are a badass website developer now too. Like you can show her, and it doesn't matter. Like,
right.
Well, I'm taking credit because I taught you a lot.
Oh, I see what just happened.
I'm getting,
and as your mentor,
I'm getting credit back to me.
Yeah,
I'm getting a compliment.
Backside compliment bullshit.
It's a humble brag meta. It's second level meta. Humble brag. But I'd say it's one of those things we talked about, like taking it. No one around us, no one you love wants to take advice from anybody. Like the people you love the most won't listen to me. Like my parents won't listen to any advice I give them.
Oh yeah.
And now they think I don't listen to them. I do, but it took me a while to kind of be aware of that.
I'm lucky enough where my parents actually take my advice. I think.
But I'm saying, like, you have those friends, though. The friends that are
there's
you're
so
like,
many friends that they listen. You kind of like, that sounds like maybe a good idea.
You're always talking about wanting to lose weight. Like, hey, I read about this thing. Maybe you should try that. And they're like, yeah, you don't know shit.
Yeah, what do you know?
Like?
There are the handful of friends that just are like, you know what? That sounds like a great idea, but then don't do it. I'm fortunate enough to have like a few good friends and some family members that are like, yeah, let me just jump into that. If Shay says it, it must be good.
What?
That exists.
It does.
You know that's not normal, right?
They trust me.
Most of America is like the way we're talking about.
Yeah, dude, I have a broad range
Mormon?
of knowledge. Yeah,
I feel like that's a Mormon Scientology
You're
thing.
required
I'm like,
to be nice.
I did this. It was amazing. They're like, really? I think I might try it, and they do. A lot of them do.
Huh? What's that like?
Can we be friends with them too?
Feeling. It's a really great feeling.
It's only happened a couple of times where they're like, hey, remember that thing you told me to do? And I was like, huh? And they're like, yeah, I did it. I'm like, no way. Like, that's my first thing. Is like, no, you didn't. But thank you. It didn't make me feel good. But yeah, so people listen to you.
They do. They tend to.
That's so weird.
I don't know if it's good or a bad thing, but they do.
Huh. We're baffled.
Yeah.
I'm bemused by this.
Yeah, I'm derailed.
So I guess, how about this? Let's switch gears. You're running the agency, right? I didn't get a full title or any of that.
No, so I'm president of the company. Like I said, started on my couch 4.5 years ago. We got 36 people downtown right now in West Palm Beach.
Nice.
And we just made Inc. 500.
I saw
500 fast.
Got to put that badge.
Awesome.
Those badges make a lot of. Those badges on websites that mean a lot.
Conversion rate. Conversion rate.
I know, but I don't get it. Like the lawyers, I tell them too. Like we got to put all of them on there. Top 100 under 100 years old or whatever it is. I don't care what it is. We're going to go buy awards and we're going to go put them on there because people.
Or start making your own.
I'm having Inc. 500 stickers
we should just make
printed
fake
right
ones
now to put on everything I hand out.
Let's say we're the business podcast of the year voted by.
Yes.
Or other LLC.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Voted by the top Inc. 500 people.
Right.
Number one.
Boom.
Well, I was on one of the dental review sites, and it was like, here, just take this. You want these PNG files that you can put on your website? And it was like, it's just like left blank. It's like best dentist in the world or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, her reviews are good and shit, so I guess I could just put that on there, right? I'm not lying.
It works.
They want to leverage off of your stuff.
Yeah.
You know? It makes sense because you're leveraging way more usually with the bigger brand.
For sure.
We want
mutually beneficial.
We're trying to do Google Partners eventually. And it's like, I just want that little badge on there.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to do, but I'm certified, and I think you got
I almost took the test.
Almost took the test. That's basically taking the test.
I learned the knowledge to pass the test. I just didn't.
Hey, by the way, all the answers are out there.
Yeah,
you can. And literally, you can go find all the answers.
I'm not an egomaniac. I don't need the little piece of paper saying how good I am at it. No, just give me the knowledge.
Okay,
that's my
choice.
Do both. That's my choice.
That's your truth.
Yes.
That's your truth, but not a fact. Your truth. So what's interesting? What I'm sure you've got a lot of advice to dispense, given where you're at. And 36 people. That's where you start managing, and you're like, I can't. You definitely can't be a type A on top of everybody like that. So you had to have learned how to. I assume type A turn non-type A kind of personality.
It's still type A, but I do care about my people.
But you can't touch all the bases.
You can't you can't touch all the bases. You can't type A it where you're in control of everything. I try to put the best people in charge, so that the best people are always, managing other people.
Yeah.
And trying to empower them to be leaders, to be mentors, to make sure that they're making their people the best they can. But I have to say, sometimes I get my type A in there, and I have to check on things and look at things, but 36 people and growing, it's, you have to take that out of the equation.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. What's the best thing what's the best advice you can kind of give to someone? Either you're trying to hire an entry level person that wants to get in this world, the agency world, or someone who's trying to do their own thing. Because that's really what this podcast is targeted to, is kind of like, there's a lot of like little nuggets, little pieces of advice I pass along, Eric passes along.
Mostly mistakes we've made, but
that's how you learn. That's history. That's why you learn history, is so you don't repeat it. Hey, we fucked up big time doing this. Don't do that. Don't get a Google Voice line. Make it your business line. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. Make that your business line.
Yeah.
Is that a sponsor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you like how he weaved it in 22 minutes.
It's on the board.
I like it. I do.
That board's working really well.
It's called improv, guys.
Fresh books too.
Yeah. And Warby Parker.
That's another one.
/sweat on gofreshbooks.com and warbyparkertrial.com.
I like it. Well, I'll talk about both sides.
Yeah.
The entrepreneur just starting up in the digital marketing world, or any world. The biggest thing for me was making sure that I was stretching myself as thin as possible.
Interesting.
Before I hired someone.
Yeah.
You don't want to hire someone too soon. You don't want to hire them too late. But you want to know when the right time is and make sure you have everything set up for them. So when it went from couch to my first office, I didn't go get a huge office. I got a 300 square foot box that fit my office and enough room for 2 other people as we grew. I had just enough time just enough work to hire someone part-time. We were growing pretty good, and they went full-time in a few weeks, but I did everything myself. I would make sure I was working 18 hours a day if I had to make sure that I was getting all the revenue possible. Because the last thing you want to do is cut into your revenue when you're not even at the point where you're exhausted. Mm-hmm. Exhaust yourself before you bring other people in.
Ooh, that's good.
What is it? Exhaust yourself.
Exhaust yourself before you bring other people into your company. Because if you're not working as hard as you possibly can, hours, minutes, all the work that goes involved in those hours and minutes, there's no reason why someone should be under you.
That's really good. I like that.
Unless it's McAfee with a hammock.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
He needs to be under.
He was stretched very thin before he brought into his horizons.
I totally agree. And, it's one of those things where it's hard to be self-aware sometimes.
Totally.
Of that, right? There's a lot of people that have that kind of mentality of like, I got to be the guy doing everything. And I do appreciate a boss that like would get on his hands and knees and like clean something up if he saw a spec. Mm-hmm. When I was working for a franchise group, like
I think that's crucial.
That is inspiring to me, because that means if I'm not better than him.
Yeah, we're equals.
Yeah.
Right. Not equals, but we're not
He's
equals.
The bitch scrubbing the toilet.
We're equals in human.
You're willing
human
to do
beings.
anything that you have to be willing to do and I totally believe in this. If you're going to create a job in your company, you have to be willing to do that job yourself.
Yeah.
If you won't do that job, that shouldn't be a job.
Or, well, what if, okay, I was going to be like,
throw it at me, challenge
me. What if you work for a porta potty client and like you're shit remover?
I mean, if you can't remove shit, don't
you're not passionate about it.
I was going for a weak joke, and then I got stopped there, and I was like,
Well, some jobs suck, but You got to be into it.
Like
if you're the guy running,
what you're basically saying is have empathy for the person you're hiring in the position they're doing, and you can railroad a lot of people, and you can hire people and not manage them correctly, and then you're not getting the best dollar per hour of them.
Totally.
And just by the way, take whatever their salary or dollar per hour is, just double it in your head if you're trying to do some accounting math. You're going to have to pay for a bunch of other stuff. We've tried not to hire anybody full time.
I've always said about 30%, but there's so much more involved with everything else.
Quantify
Double
time.
That's even better, yeah.
Yeah, quantify your time managing them in the beginning because it's going to be a lot.
That's a huge
You're
part
creating
of
a playbook. You're trying to duplicate yourself in this area when you're that one going from 1 to 2, right? I heard so many horror stories about that, and then the stat of like a bad hire's negative 300%. We've tried to keep a playbook rolling in Evernote on the side while we're doing stuff and try to be present. Like go, oh, this would be a good thing to figure out how to teach someone when we get there.
Hiring the right people is so important too, though.
Oh yeah.
Like the first person I hired, she was a part-time, full-time realtor, and came to work for me as a part-time marketing assistant.
Yeah.
She ended up running my entire company up until 2 years ago. Or 2 weeks ago, excuse me. 2 weeks ago.
She had gumption.
She did everything. No matter what I threw at her, she could do it. She could train it. She could create the processes. I found the perfect person. She just moved to Poland, so I'm back to running the company.
Oh, but can't do remote?
I can't do remote. I totally believe in being in the spot, like being with your people.
No, I think there's a lot of value in when we're on computers as the digital kind of community of jobs, the gig economy jobs. I think there's a lot of value to face-to-face if you can. We use a lot of video.
I was going to say, remote seems like okay as long as you can get in the car and go see the person or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like Poland, forget it. I'd be like, that person's not going to be able to help me.
But
even if they
remote,
could.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of managing, though. It's like you have to have 5 people do it for the size they are.
Plus you have to have a mole back on the other side feeding you intel on what's going on around the office.
Right.
You know,
and you didn't do the thing where it's like, cool, we'll set up an office as your place in Poland, and then we're just going to say we're international.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that one, but I would never do that.
A lot of people do.
I know they do.
Call her up.
Yeah.
You look at the bottom of their website, it's like, we have 7 offices. They are in all these random countries. I'm like, how do you know these places?
Yeah, Google them. Look them up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is an apartment complex in Compton. Okay. That's not,
and they
okay,
all have the same
technically
phone
it's LA.
number? That's very interesting.
Yeah.
All the same 800 phone number.
Columbian Ridge.
I guess, I like that advice. Get to your breaking point, essentially. What was that like, the 18-hour days?
I mean, I'm still doing 18-hour days.
Yeah. It doesn't. It just moves.
Well,
the chains move.
The thing is, like, I keep doing 18-hour days until I hire someone. Maybe it goes down to 14, 13 hours. Then I work my way back up to 18, hire someone, go back to that. And that's how it's always been. I should always be doing 18-hour days with a slight setback in number of hours as I bring people on.
A slight setback. You're going to run yourself into the ground, dude.
You know, they said that 4 years ago, and I'm still going.
That's only 4 years.
I
give it 20.
I'm with you. It's hard. Married? Are you married or
no?
Okay.
27 years old.
That explains it. Never mind.
This is where I wish. This is what I wish I did.
We're going to delete this podcast. That's
when you're
real
single,
advice.
dude, single,
girlfriend,
boyfriend. I don't know. I get just making sure.
No.
In this Me Too era, I don't know. And so, my thing is like, you have. This is what I tell the Henry over there and anybody that is 27 and in this thing. I'm like, you don't even know how much fucking time you have. Like,
you sound like Gary Vaynerchuk right now.
Well,
exactly.
You don't know how much time you have, bro. You have to throw a bro in there every now and again.
Your Vaynerchuk is not that different than just you.
Yeah. I'm fucking manic. In the same kind of like, I call it aggressive optimism.
Yes.
I like organized chaos. It's like similar.
Similar.
Kind of thing,
yeah. They don't sound like they go together, but
they don't go together, but like very opposite.
My sister and I are both aggressively optimistic. Like we want to get people. Well, we might yell at someone like, "Come on, you gotta let's do it. Let's fucking do it." I don't really.
You're
yell.
the annoying guy at the Bucks game. Come on, everybody, stand up. What are you sitting down for?
Not to shit on your point. I should yes and it, but I'm completely quiet watching the game.
Okay.
I'm watching strategy, baby.
Yeah.
Plus,
I'm game tape.
I'm trying to notes. That's when I'm trying to let my brain breathe. I'm not doing 18 hours every day. I want to have these things where I can just kind of let go on the shroom ride and just kind of like let it breathe and look at how the linebackers line up.
Aren't you concerned, Shay, that when the energy to do 18-hour days goes away, that you'll be left with a gap or a hole whether it's your business or your life. I mean,
opportunity costs.
I'm telling you this right now. You will run out of this energy. There's
So
no
I have a
way.
plan, guys. I got a plan.
Okay,
are you a
that's what I want to know.
Sleeper?
So up until a few months ago, I was 3 hours twice a day.
But naturally,
No.
before you started this.
No, I need like 6 hours a day.
I can get down to 6 and feel awesome.
But like for a while, for like a good 9 months, I was doing 3 hours twice a day. I do it from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and again from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
How'd that go?
It felt great actually.
Really?
It really was really great.
I've done that for a little bit on accident.
And you know what? If you can get used to jumping out of bed right after that nap, if you want to call it, you can get right back to it.
That's what The Rock does.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's how I am. Like, my feet will be on the floor before I'm awake.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling the cold floor before I'm like, oh, what just happened?
You got to put your cell phone alarm clock across the room.
Exactly.
Like
you got to get up and
10
do
of
it.
them 1 minute apart.
Okay, you're that kind of snooze guy.
Yes, I am.
Oh no!
Interesting.
If I start rolling, like if it's wherever this door is, probably 6 feet away, 8 feet away, or whatever. If my phone's over on that side and I have to get up and go, then I can keep that momentum going.
I like that. I might try that.
For whatever reason, then I'm up.
Yeah, you've got like a blast zone that you got to leave.
Yeah.
Before you're up.
But I can't sit down. That's the rule too. If I sit down for too long, I'll be like, I'll do a dad like, ugh. And I'm like. And then I'll sit there for way too long if I'm really tired. You just have to keep walking, keep moving around.
I like that one. I'm gonna try that one out. For a while, I was also doing the jump in the cold shower thing.
That's good.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's his stuff.
I do it every day. I mean, I finish all my showers cold. I'm gonna do an ice bath today. I just remembered I was wanting to do that.
Write that down the calendar.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Eric's very much into the wellness, the Wim Hof kind of stuff. You heard of Wim Hof?
I haven't.
He's a Dutch guy who figured out a breathing technique, and he does cold therapy. And I've talked about it a lot, so I don't want to bore people, but check it out.
It's the cold stuff can reduce inflammation.
Yeah,
but this guy was able to hack himself to.
He basically controls his own immune system using a breathing technique.
Believe it.
But
actually, you know what? I think I have heard of that.
He's been on Rogan before.
He's the Iceman.
And yes,
yeah,
I've seen him on Rogan.
He can be submerged in like Arctic water for 2 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, he holds the record. I mean, he was packed in actual ice for like 2 hours or something to break the world record, something crazy. He just pretty much can stay in ice water as long as he wants. I mean, it's crazy. But it sounds like you're just naturally going to the good stuff in terms of the cold shower and that sort of thing.
I just try and
Not
find what works.
Yeah.
It works.
Exactly. So I try and tell people. Just try it. Try it out.
Right. I think human capacity is something we don't really articulate in our head. Like, you probably, if you didn't do the 18-hour days before, it sounds like if you're on a couch, it's kind of hard to make yourself motivated to work 18-hour days on a couch.
I did on
I'm
the
saying
couch.
Like before that. Were you always this way?
Pre-couch, I was in college.
Okay.
And I actually owned a landscape construction company, but it was perfect because you ran it while college was out during the summers. It was in Michigan.
You ran a company while you were in college?
I did.
You're just an overachiever.
No, that's it's in your blood. You did this for some reason, right? Like,
I actually got to practice my internet marketing. Like, I was in school. I'd practice getting my SEO up for my landscaping company, and I'd do it all throughout the school year.
I got a Yoast plugin. What is this?
Exactly. I'd do my link building, my SEO, my social media, everything. And then by the time, May, June hit, I'm ranking number 1. I'm getting all the leads, and my landscaping company great through the summer and back to school next season.
That's so satisfying when you first have those kind of like little baby wins online. And you're
yeah.
Oh, this shit works.
Oh yeah. And
now you got to figure out how to tell people it works too. It's like
it was a lot easier back then though. I mean, what was that? 8 years ago.
It's segmentation of online, and it's Moore's law.
Social wasn't a variable. I mean, 8 years ago, SEO was mostly on page, and you could game on page very well.
Yeah, and now, I mean, when I was learning all this stuff was about that time, and I always looked at the ads guy. I was an ads guy, and for some reason, there's some weird rift between SEO and ads.
Oh, there is.
For me, I was kind of an outsider coming in, looking at it, and mine was from a general business background, and so our idea here is kind of bring those old school business consulting ideas, business plan stuff, stuff you learn in business school or just a college course 101. Bring those things to the table for the digital services and actually execute the digital services too. But it's just funny. It's like everyone's like, oh, you do ads? Okay, cool. I'm like, you're an SEO guy, I guess. And I was like, my specialty is here. I learned SEO. I don't really do it anymore, but
gotcha.
I can manage people to do it, because that's what you're saying as being a boss earlier, is like, in one way, don't have a job you can't do, but I look at it like I have to learn everything to be able to manage people.
Oh, you have to know what they're doing. I mean, you have to be able to make sure it's
I got to speak graphic design language.
Or understand how it all comes together.
At the very
least.
That's a
huge thing.
Well, that's the big trouble with me trying to make this totem pole model I've been working on for a long time, and trying to figure out a way to teach how this works in like a simple, and if it needs to be
non-racist way.
Well, we have like kind of an Indian native. We have an engine thing going here.
Right off the very next word.
Do you have any fire water? No, I just say the worst shit. But
I think that's all of them.
well, a totem pole's not inherently racist.
I'm just joking.
I don't know. Like you said, Me Too era, everything is everything.
Oh, I don't give a shit about it.
I know. Like all of a sudden, I'm defending it.
I've been doing stand-up for 12 years, so it's not like it's weird. Like if you, I can make those jokes because I'm not that. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say that too as an excuse.
So you're like, yeah, I fuck kids too. What are we talking about? Yeah. I'm not one of those either.
We'll blur your face out when he said that.
I didn't go to Penn.
I'm not here for that.
I didn't go to Penn State.
Shay left the building.
What? See, that's the thing. That's why I have this. Well, I mean, we have this podcast. It started up because I was like, I'm not doing as much stand-up because I'm working the 18-hour days doing this. And when we started it, I'm naturally curious about everyone's business because I think it's.
What do you do on your 18-hour days? Tell me about your 18-hour day.
It's different. That's probably my problem right now is inconsistency. So I'm trying to get a routine, but it's so hard with two kids that are two.
Yeah, the 18-hour days go away.
So it's all kind of a blur. Like my buddy was a first mate on a private shipping boat, a private
vessel.
Yeah, like a 50-foot boat, a bunch of a rich family owned, and he would be the first mate for all the adult brothers that would come in town and do whatever.
Oh, bring their hookers on.
Maybe, I don't know. He wouldn't tell me. He wouldn't tell me any stories. So I was like,
"Oh yeah,
then yes,
that's good."
See, it's the opposite. So he did. Okay, he did.
He did.
So he would talk about, like, he used to fall asleep in college. He was doing this too before the private one, and he was first mate on like a fishing boat. He would fall asleep 5 minutes into anything because he didn't know he's trained himself to be able to do that, like fall asleep anywhere. So he could just put his legs up on the coffee table and just fall asleep almost every time.
It's amazing.
Because that's when he had to sleep on the boat.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I didn't get it.
So that's kind of where I'm at
cool
right
story.
now. It's like, I might have 3 hours to sleep. I'll take it. But a lot of times you don't.
We didn't go back to. I want to hear Shay's plan before we get out of here.
Yeah, because we only have a couple.
How you're not going to die.
Like 5 minutes.
What plan?
How are you going to go at this clip?
Yeah.
How am I going to keep going?
And you're not The Rock. No offense, you're not The Rock. Yeah, he's because he'll be the guy that's like, haven't slept and I'm doing leg squats, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know if that's like
I was supposed to go to the gym last night. I went to sleep at 6:30. Woke up at 6:30 a.m. Last night I needed a 12-hour refresh. It's been like a long time since
there you go.
So hold on.
That's what we're not
let me
getting
get to the details.
I slept 2 days straight the other week.
I can only go maybe 2-3 weeks at a time. 2-3 weeks at a time, and then I need my full day. Like, I'm talking 20 hours of sleep.
I don't think that's super healthy, but okay.
I
I was concerned for my life when I slept for 2 days.
What about the long-term plan? The long-term plan is 2 to 3 years, I won't have to do this. We'll have the right people in place. We are in the pivotal moment in the growth of our company. We went from...
I can already tell, like, I'm not worried about you hitting your marks. Like, I can tell you've got this mapped out already.
It has nothing to do with the company changing. It's going to do with you changing.
I need to change.
Like, you're going to have to be like, I got to step away. There will be a significant other that steps in, says you're spending too much time there. You just got to prepare for this. I'm just telling you, it's coming.
That's the worst, man.
I will say, I can't imagine my company not being number one.
We honestly, if we got drunker on this thing... We would probably plead with you to just don't get in a relationship. Just don't.
I mean, you make enough money, then the hookers come to you. You don't got to worry about all that.
It was the thing. Remember when we were talking to a bunch of guys, and both of them are entrepreneurs, and I've asked every male entrepreneur that's older than me. I'm 34, and they all said the same thing. It's like, they were talking about like the wives will never get it.
Right.
And they're like, I was like, no, she's pretty smart. Like she's cool.
She could see long term.
And it's like, they don't. And I know why. And I hate this as a saying, but they really don't understand the day to day. A lot of people can't empathize being the boss running your own shit until you do it.
Stressful.
When you started the dentistry, you're like, I was like, yes, now you're getting it. Like, I was like, now you feel it. Now all the overhead you get to deal with. Yeah. Ooh. All the IT stuff, yeah.
I know. I was like, can you please stop doing it that way? Like,
I had my
you're
pants
making
off.
things worse.
Well, it's just because it's so hard to find like you can't even talk to people that are corporate jobs about what you're doing. You have to find other entrepreneurs to bitch stuff.
At corporate jobs, the amount of time they actually work in their 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever it is so minimal. When you're doing 18-hour days, it's 5 times the 9 to 5.
Right. Do you make people punch in, punch out, or you kind of get the job done and leave when you want?
I'm not a punch in, punch out. I am a get here at 8 o'clock and be here, and then just make sure your stuff is done. Like, you can take your breaks, take your lunch, but I want everyone to start their day off right. You know, in the military, they have, first thing you do is make your bed.
Right.
Make your bed. If you can be successful at one thing right in the morning, getting to work on time, the rest of your day can be successful.
I heard the producer, The Biggest Loser, say, if you want to lose weight, make your bed in the morning. Because it's a discipline thing. That's all it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I don't make my bed.
You don't?
Maybe I should.
You don't? I started doing it because I thought it was dumb. I was like Gaffigan's bit about why would I make my bed?
I saw Gaffigan last week.
Why would I tie my shoes and then untie them? Or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And so I just never did it. And then I started doing it as part of like getting myself more disciplined, like trying to do these little things to get on the right, like, because what happens is too much inconsistency. My brain just like, it melts, right? And if I do something where I wake up and have the same morning, because Eric was telling me, get up at 4:30, it sucks the first week, but you start doing it, it's your time. What we have is we have people sucking our time that that are family members.
Kids mostly.
That whole morning thing really is the best. I've done a lot of different intervals of sleeping, waking up, but the whole waking up early, like 5 in the morning, 5:30, and doing the work then, it's the best one, I think.
Yeah, it's huge. It starts your day off right, like you said, set the tone, and get on with your day. Everything's a little bit easier once you cross some stuff off your list, It's like, oh, this has got to be done. I don't need anybody else around to do it. I can do this now. Boom, it's online, whatever. And you're good. And then the stuff that depends on other people, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I think about it in the sense of like, if I got hit by a car, what would happen? Like Eric could pick up probably if he got into my account, he could probably pick up what's going on. But,
I know all his passwords anyway.
But we're not set up to just take the ball and run with it immediately, and that's part of coverage, on one side. And that
if I get hit by a car, my company's done.
Really?
So that makes me nervous.
Much.
I know that makes me nervous. I'm like nervous for you for that because
no. My dad has all my passwords. We've got insurance policies in place. We have it all. They just be a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you got to know who's stepping up.
Oh yeah. Trust me, I have a contingency plan no one knows about.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
there.
Wow.
But it would be a learning curve.
The Shay robot 2.0.
It's in my closet.
So
do not look in there.
Before we get out, because we found out 34 minutes was the optimal time for business podcasts.
And we're right on target at 44 minutes. No, actually, I think because I put some meat on the beginning.
Well, we can cut all that racist stuff you had way, well before in the beginning.
Yeah, my face.
Yeah, the rain dance.
So you were trying to interview us, which was nice, about my 18-hour day. But what is your normal day like? I forget to ask this question. I always find it interesting.
So it changes, but I'll give you right now.
Do you theme your days?
Okay.
Do you or no?
Do I theme my days? It's either a travel day or a not travel day because I travel so much. That's how I separate them.
Okay, so that's your decision tree. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
And then it's totally different.
I wake up 6:30 in the morning. I either jump out of bed or don't and snooze for a little bit. Right into the shower, get ready. I sit on the couch until about anywhere between 7:45 and 8:45. My company opens at 8. Sometimes I can't pull myself away from the computer. Just getting stuff done that wasn't done the night before.
The couch in your office or
couch at my house?
At your house.
My house is 1 block from my office.
Okay.
So if I'm not at the office at 8 like everyone else, I'm still working. I just haven't been able to pull myself away to move locations a block away.
Yeah. But everybody knows you're doing stuff.
I mean, they see it. It's coming through in emails. They're getting messages. They're like, does this guy sleep? No, I don't. But so I do that, and then it's to either I have meetings on the calendar and I'm driving, or I have meetings on the phone and they're all set up back to back. On an average day, I have between 6 and literally 15 to 20 meetings. They can be in half-hour increments, hour increments, but I mean, I should show you guys this calendar. It's insane.
What are the majority of them? Are they business development? Are they sales? Are they?
Great question.
I mean, marketing overall.
I would say it's a third new business.
Yep.
A third current clients, having to talk with them.
Yep.
And a third my team and organizational management.
That seems about the breakdown I've got.
I'm trying to get rid of the new business development though, and put that more on my team, because that also would take away from talking to new clients because they wouldn't be my clients, which would leave me with all operations.
And current clients, because a lot of people don't like someone else that took them to the dance to do a do-si-do.
Yep, that's why if you take away sales from myself,
right,
you also take away talking to clients because they're not my clients, they're the company's clients.
It's tough though.
I'm left with operations.
It's tough, but as an agency, it's going to be a tough maneuver because all the agencies I see around that are what I look at, I go, we're not there, but I want to be there. It's all the. Maybe it circles back around. Maybe you do it at a higher level, like when you have 100 employees or something. But like, all those guys do now, or do the big level deals as the president or whatever of a huge, call it 3 times the size of what you got.
They ain't reading any paperwork.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like I always think about you have to stay in business development like as something as a part in there, but I don't know. You've been more successful than us, so.
I mean, one of the biggest things is my company's so young too. If there was an award for the youngest average age of your staff, we would have it.
Yeah.
I mean, our average age is like 24, 25 years old.
Oh, thank God.
Barely legal.
But I mean, for us to have the success we have with that young of people, I really think we can do anything.
I think it sounds like you hire on personality in a good way.
Totally.
And we talk about that if we ever hire people. It's like, I just want them to be able to figure out, want to figure out stuff. Be curious.
They got to understand me. I'm a difficult person, but I can get along.
How are you difficult?
I mean, I'm very blunt. When I'm in my interviews, I tell them 3 things. Number 1, I'm transparent. I'm going to tell you everything there is to know, and how you take that and understand that, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Number 2, efficiency, which I call no political correctness, no bullshit. I tell it how it is. And if you can't handle being told how it is, you're not going to be the right fit, because I don't have time for beating around the bush.
Love all
Take
that.
it professional, not personal.
And number 3 is fun. And I tell them, listen, it's a workplace. You got to get the job done. You got to do the work you got to do. I mean, we're here to work. But if you can't have fun, our office is so packed. We're at 36 people in 2,200 square feet. We have no room for a ping pong table. I'm thinking about stacking them on top of each other right now.
Ooh.
But no, we're moving to a new office in
Are
January.
They all Japanese?
I said it first. I said Japan first.
In January,
we're syncing up.
Our new office will hold 101 people in January that we're moving to. So I will have a ping pong table and much more.
No, don't get this.
How many Dalmatians does it hold?
Can I talk you out of the ping pong table?
I can't make noise, though.
Fuck the ping pong table.
Why?
I think it was a thing that was cool in the 90s with Google.
Maybe not ping pong, like pool table?
I don't know you super well, but I could tell that ping pong table, within like a week, you're going to be like, can you get back to fucking work, buddy?
Yeah.
Playing ping pong and dicking around?
Yeah.
That's how that'll go.
But I plan on putting it far away from my office so I don't see.
Oh, you'll have a little camera set up watching.
You'll
like,
be
who's on the ping
I'd
pong?
be so pissed if I was like having a stressful day and I just
I would too.
Jack
I'd
off.
be like, can you quit fucking around? Yeah, I wouldn't stand for it.
Now here's what I'll say in placement. Same square footage. Get those sleeping pods. Getting those naps in. Those little naps you can do like a pod or
How much does a pod cost?
You could get. Look, man, you can get some hipster fucking build one out. No, there's
Do you know any hipsters?
Yeah.
I'll take some pods.
I've got a carpenter or two.
Because then I can't see them sleeping either, so it might be okay if I can't.
I've got a great person in Sarasota. He does all the Whole Foods. If you ever need reclaimed wood or any of that kind of stuff, because the digital agency look, you can get away with a little bit more hipster. Like this place.
Oh, that's the thing. I'm anti.
Looks like a shithole to me.
Anti from the agency perspective. Look,
that's
all my competitors around me are.
Yeah,
maybe you're Miami.
We don't feel good about it.
White countertops, everything.
No, around me, it's everyone is, so I have to be different.
Yeah.
We're whiteboard walls. I see you guys got your chalkboard. We're all the whiteboard with writing all over.
I just was
Should I leave you two alone?
Yeah, we're brothers from another mother. I want to get whiteboard on this.
Go on our About Us page and do our little walkthrough, the Google tour. You would love it.
About Us.
Info.
Oh.
and then about our agency. But it's all whiteboard walls. They're loaded right at the top right there.
Well, so I want to... you can take a tour.
Ooh.
Like the VR camera we have going.
Where did it go?
I don't know. I thought you took it out of here.
I might have. I forget stuff.
I like the walls idea, but I want to get a camera, take a picture of it, and then I forget which app does this, but it can put it into like a more formal graphic design.
Interesting.
Because I do a lot of strategy offhand, like a cocktail napkin strategy. I can do that pretty well, like off the cuff. And so either on this show, I want to be able to do it either with a stylus pen and have that as the second screen, picture in picture when we're
Madden style.
Yeah, when
That'd
we
be
get
cool.
there, Madden wagon.
That's my second stupid sports reference.
I'm liking the sound effect.
And then on here, it'd be nice to build strategy in front of clients because sometimes we'll do that, or get a wireframe.
Yes, we have to do something.
Yeah, no. Now it looks like we're boiler room.
Yeah, we're closing up shop.
That's a perfect wall for it right behind us.
Well,
it used to be much more
there's
decorated.
all that artwork is over there.
Yeah. All right.
But we also want to get a gaudy Miami Vice style.
Oh, you have to match the. I love the website.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you just
It
made
makes me
his
feel
day.
good.
I really do.
It's like a gay guy hitting on you.
It's perfect for the podcast.
It still
Thanks.
counts. That
Yeah.
counts.
Hey,
That
that's why I
counts.
walk by the gay club all the time at night.
I know. Yeah, you get a little
Check
holler.
the website as you walk by.
I say, "Hey Bears, what's up?" and I give a wink. All right, appreciate you coming on, man.
No, thanks
Yeah,
for
it was
having me. I
good.
really appreciate it. It was great.
Thank you.
And anytime you're in town, if you want to come on, just let us know.
I'll let you know next time I'm here.
You're gonna walk out of here and you're gonna be like, "Ah, man, I wish I talked about this, and this, and this, and this."
And that I had another one of these.
Yeah.
Next time you come up,
Take one, Bill.
we'll do it later, and so we can have more cerveza and probably get more interesting.
That sounds perfect.
And what is it? YourDigitalResource.com?
YourDigitalResource.com.
Yeah.
If you go on there, you will see Shay's face for the next month
I
on the
promise you.
retargeting ads. Blow you up.
Oh yeah.
Ad
warning.
roll.
Just
Ad
warning
roll.
you.
Ad roll. Well, who told you about that today?
Yeah, you guys are cool. Hey, sweatequitypod.com.
Sweat Equity
God.
Pod. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, your mom's jitterbug phone.
Laughable.
That was the other one.
That's the one.
YouTube.
Laughable. If you want to tag us, you can tag us in any other podcast we guest on.
Yep.
We'll show up.
All right.
Yeah, have fun.
That's
We'll do
good.
better next time.
Thanks again.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks.
it.